Alright, I'm going to show you guys how I make freezer mashed potatoes, and we'll go through pretty much step by step. So first off, I'm going to start to boil my water, and then I peel my potatoes. Alright, and I'll come back in a minute and we will show you the next step. Alright, so I'm back again, and now my potatoes are peeled and washed and ready to be cut, and my water is just about ready to boil. So I'm going to just cut these up into like cubes and put them in there. It just makes it go a little bit quicker because I'm impatient. So that's my next step. Alrighty, so here is my 5 pounds of potatoes chopped. I'm ready to go into the pot. My water is boiling, so I just quickly toss them in there. Try not to kill yourself. Try not to burn yourself. There we go. All my potatoes are in. I made a little bit of a mess, but I'm trying to show you guys. Then I'm going to let that boil for about 30 minutes or so. And then we'll mash and we'll add sour cream and butter. And then I'll show you how to freeze them. You're going to let them cool. Then you can put them in freezer bags. And when you're in a pinch, you just add a little bit of milk when you're cooking them, and you're good to go. Alright, I will be back when that's ready for the next step. Now I've drained my potatoes and I put them back in the pot. So I have my milk, my sour cream, some butter, and we'll put in some salt and pepper. I just do this until it gets to the consistency I want. So I will show you what they look like when they're all done. And then the next step is to let them cool completely, and then we can bag them up, okay? Alright, so this is about how much I used. You're just going to mix it up until you get it to the consistency you want. I'll add a little bit more milk as I go. I probably used about 3 tablespoons of butter and maybe like a half a cup of sour cream. I think the sour cream just gives it a nice texture. So I'm going to blend this up the rest of the way, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done mashing. Okay guys, this is about how I like my mashed potatoes, nice and creamy. I probably wound up using about a half a cup or so of milk. Maybe a little bit more, but honestly, I just add a little bit more until I like how it looks. So then what I do is let this cool completely. Once it's cooled, I will bag it up and freeze them. Then when I'm ready to use them, I'll pull them out. I'll let them thaw for a little bit. I probably pull them out around noon for dinner. Or I put them in the fridge overnight, depending on if I remember to. You can also put them in a pot of hot water in the bag, and they'll thaw out that way. But definitely a time saver for me to do it like this. And then especially if you have potatoes that are, you know, looking a little rough, you can get them done and they last a lot longer. So I will show you when I bag them up. I'll probably wait about I don't know, about 45 minutes probably for this to cool, and then I'll do that step. Alright, so my mashed potatoes are nice and cool. So now what I do is I take a little bit. I use the quart-sized bags. I use a bowl to hold it up straight. I just load it up and then mark mashed potatoes on it and then put it in the freezer.